Ain't got it with me tonight, y'all. I don't got it with me tonight, y'all. But that's all right, though. You know what I'm talking about? That's all right, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold this thing down tonight. You feel me? It's your boy, DJ Squeak, a.k.a. Squeakaleak the Entertainer, the one and only Squeakaleak the Entertainer, one half of On Parent Media. Yeah, I don't got my co-pilot with me tonight, y'all. She ain't feeling too good. So if you know her, show her that you love her. Y'all tap in, man, and give Angel Lyric some love. She under the weather, man. You feel me? This Las Vegas wind, nasty weather, then got my girl a little sicky, icky, so she couldn't make it tonight. You feel me? So y'all tap in, tell her, man, we hope you get better, Angel. Dude. Get better, sis. Love you. Yeah, let her know. You feel me? Like I was saying, man, that dope song in the background in our intro that's playing, I know y'all be, what is that song? That's NFB Slow Mo. NFB Slow Mo. NFB. No boys. No, other way around. No boys. Slow Mo. You know what I'm talking about? If y'all want to hear that music, some old music of his, some good music, some good, real hip hop, tap in nfbslowmo.com or hit him up on Instagram or Facebook, NFB Slow Mo, everything. You feel me? Man, it's your boy Squeakaleak, man. Squeakaleak the Entertainer, man, and I'm going to get to it like it ain't nothing but that to do. You heard me? So guess what? I'm going to give y'all 3 minutes, man. Yeah, 2 minutes and 14 seconds, actually, before we jump into this sports rap. Ain't nothing changed. So now, come on in. Come on, focus. Come on in. Get yourself right. Get your mind together. Do what it is that make you get comfortable. Angel Lyric ain't here, but I'm gonna tell you like she would tell you, because you know she'll tell you. Angel, what part of the show was this? Now's the time where you put your babies away. Don't put them away. Just make sure that they preoccupied doing something educational, positive, besides watching grown folks talk. You did? And that's only if you got babies. If they under the age of 18, they may be considered a baby. But if you let them do all kinds of things in your house, watching this ain't gonna be nothing to you. Anyway, now's the time to go ahead and get comfortable. I just got in this thing, man, fresh off of work. You feel me? So I'm still a little hyped up on what I'm ready to go. You feel me? So you gonna catch this energy tonight. Ain't no slow poking. We fired up tonight. Y'all got a minute and 27 seconds to go. Yeah. Get settled in, man. We're gonna get to this sports rap because we got a hell of a topic to talk about tonight. Yes. We're going to get into this sports rap. And if you don't see it in the topic, let a person know that don't know that should know that tonight, we going in, we going live, and we going up discussing the pros and the cons of AI. And I ain't talking about Allen Iverson, goddammit. The pros and the cons of AI, artificial intelligence. We done all seen it on some kind of level, some kind of shape, fashion, or form in our everyday life. But guess what? It's just the tip of the iceberg. The technology, the resources ain't even really been rolled out yet. It's here. We were talking about it 15 years ago, 10, 20 years ago. It's here. So that's what we on tonight. The pros and the cons of artificial intelligence. But before I do that, without further ado, man, let me get up into this. Yep, it's 7:40, man. It's time. You feel me? Tonight is the night, goddamn me. Ooh, wait. Sports rap. Here we go. We're going to start this sports rap with the sports that's most prevalent right now, and that's the NBA playoffs. National Basketball Association. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs is in full swing. Full swing. Tonight, we had on tap the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Boston Celtics. Philly has came from behind. Look, man, you never underestimate all-star, MVP, champion, people that's done been there, done that, that's done succeeded at certain levels. You can't count them out. Everybody thought it was a wrap. Oh, Philly done for. It's cookies. They was down 2-1. They done came back, y'all, and won 3 games in a row. You did? Embiid came back, and since he been back, they done won 3 games. You know what I'm talking about? So now Philly is up 3-2. They just beat Boston tonight, 115-103. It ain't never over. And I'm saying that for a reason, because I'm going to come back and let y'all know why. It ain't never over. You feel me? Moving on with the East, you got Miami versus NYC, the Mecca of basketball, New York City, the Knicks, the Garden, the history. But right now, Miami is owning that team. They are booming papamba upon your head, man. Miami is in the driver's seats. They are up right now 3-2. They won yesterday 109-101. And I'm just going to tell you, it don't look like New York is going to have no kind of answer. In New York, in Miami, on Pluto, it don't matter. Jimmy Butler on the court, they can't stop him. Now, moving on to the West. On the West side, playing tonight, you got the Denver Nuggets versus the not the Philadelphia, but the Phoenix Suns. You got the Denver Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns, and that game is live right now as we speak. As we speak, the Nuggets is up 35-24 with 10 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. That looked like that might be a low-scoring game. Nuggets up 35-24. Oh, no. I tell you what, if Phoenix don't do it tonight and go down 2-3, they go back to Denver. No, they tied 2-2. They playing in Denver. If they don't win tonight, I don't care if they do go back home. I don't think that they go win another game if they don't do it tonight. So that series is tied 2-2 with Denver with a slight lead at the time. And then the last game, the game that seemed like it matters the most, the game that's been the most epic series, the game that's been the most exciting, the game that's filled with the stars, the new stars, the OGs. You know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Battle for California, man. Up top versus down below. Northern Cali, Southern Cali. Who is the king of California? LeBron James, Steph Curry. That's the matchup. Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Lakers. And right now, it ain't looking good for the Warriors. I'm a Golden State Warrior fan. I bleed blue and gold. But I'm going to keep it one foul wow. Or like we used to say back in Oakland back in the 90s. I must keep it PI. We're looking like we really don't got too much of an answer for the size disadvantage that we're facing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Because it seems like no matter who is on fire, AD show up or don't, play good on the even game, play bad on the eye. LeBron, hit for 20, hit for 30, hit for 12, hit for 15. It don't matter. LeBron, AD can't go back-to-back 20. Yeah, he can't. It don't matter. When your biggest player on the floor gives up 3 to 4 inches to the Los Angeles Lakers center, that matters. Size matters. Now, going back to what I was talking about when I was talking about Philadelphia, how they was down 2-1, and then they came back and won 3 in a row. Please don't forget that we was down 2-1 against Sacramento. Please don't forget that we had LeBron in this same situation in reverse, down 3-1 in the finals back in 2016 when he played for Cleveland. And guess what? He won his first ring. So with that being said, it ain't over until Lizzo sing. I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't say that. It ain't over until it's over. You feel me? And guess what? Y'all got to bring y'all big badasses to the bay tomorrow. And why is it that everybody, oh, yeah, they going to take game 5. Why? If y'all killers, if y'all got the king, if y'all cutthroat, why it ain't over tomorrow? Even LeBron saying, oh, I need to get some rest or they going to beat us by double digits. So with that, and that alone being said, tomorrow we will take game 5. And we bringing our ass back down to goddamn 10 to LA. And we finna beat their ass at the Staples Center. And then we're going back to the Bay. I'm going back to the Bay for game 7. Where we will tear a knot off in that ass. You did. That's your NBA, man. NHL playoffs as well. National Hockey League is it's hot over there. Right now, you got the Hurricanes out of Carolina beating the brakes off of the Devils out of New Jersey. They're up 3-1 in that series. Then you got the Kraken. What's Kraken, homie? From Seattle. They up 2-1 against the Stars, and that is going on right now. Last time that I checked, that game was 0-0. Hey, but hockey, they move and groove, especially them two teams. Now, Dallas is a little defensive. I will say that. However, they are up right now 1-0 on the Kraken. What's Kraken, homie? So they up 1-0. That game probably gonna go under 6, and I'll probably see Dallas 3-1, 3-2 victory. So if they win tonight, then they'll tie that series at 2-2. The Panthers, them boys from Florida, the Florida Panthers, they are embarrassing the Maple Leafs. And the Maple Leafs was one of the highest scoring teams, one of the highest performing teams, power play, good defense. I mean, the Maple Leafs, Toronto, Canada's finest. All year they've been mashing on things. They done came against them goddamn Panthers. Panthers ain't having it. They up 3-0 with a chance to go and sweep it. That's the one series that I think can end tomorrow. Panthers can get them out of here. And then you got the home team. Not my home, but a home of where I'm dwelling. The Las Vegas Knights. The Knights is surprising because they did their thing all year. Towards the end of the season, they started to dip, sliding their way into the playoffs. But they still wasn't that same Las Vegas Knight team that we had grown accustomed to seeing. And in the playoffs, first round, they kind of they did their thing, but they wasn't very impressive. And in this series, even though they up 2-1, they won yesterday. They've had their struggles in these 3 games with the Oilers, especially defensively. Their goaltender definitely has to get better, right? But they somehow, some way, like the greats, continue to find a way to win. And they are up 2-1 with a chance to go up 3-1. If they go up 3-1, it's over. There's no way the Oilers going to come back and win 3 games in a row. Sorry. Not again. Because they will have to score more than 5 or 6 in each of those games. And I don't see the Oilers doing that because the Knights will run. So unless they win this next one, it might be over by the end of the week for the Oilers. That's just my humble opinion. You did. All right. Now, moving on to Major League Baseball, America's sport, America's favorite pastime. In the American League in the Central, you got the Twins and the Guardians top 2. Twins 19-16. Guardians are 17-19, 2.5 games behind. On the American League East, you got the Tampa Bay Rays are 29-8. They've been balling. They don't even got 10 losses yet. The Rays have been fucking balling, man. And they playing the Orioles, which is a solid squad as well. They are 23-13. They are 5.5 games behind. On the West, American League West, you got the Rangers 21-13, and then the Angels are at 20-16, and they're playing tonight. So that can get interesting because The Angels are 2 games behind. They win this game. They 1 game behind with a division win. So keep an eye on the American League West between the Angels and the Rangers. Things can heat up. Then on the National League Central, you got the Brewers 20-15, and then you got the Pirates 21-16. And they are playing. So the same thing like on the West, the NL Central, things can heat up. And then this is the only division where I had to throw a third team in, and I usually don't do that because it's usually a separation between the second and third team, but not the case in the National League Central. You got the Cubs at 17-18, and yes, they are 3 games back, but in baseball, y'all know that ain't a lot. But the way that they play defense and they pitching, I had to throw them in there because even though they're not at 500 yet, I think they may squeak this game out tonight. They become 500. They may be a team that one of the wild teams you don't want to face it if you have to. So y'all keep an eye on them. And then last but not least, in the National League East, you got the Braves 25-11. And I ain't even put a number 2 in here because they up 8 games or better on everybody in that division. So the Braves is the thing to beast. The beast. The Braves is the thing to beat in the National League East. And lastly, on the West, National League West, as usual, top of that division, you got 21-15 Dodgers and the 20-16, 21-15 Dodgers and the 20-15 Diamondbacks. Dodgers is just up a half a game on them because of the victory that they got yesterday. So if the tables turn, one of them win, one lose, you can see a change in the first place in that National League West. So that's your sports wrap, man. We got NBA, NHL, and MLB out of the way. Y'all stay tuned for next week because by the time this week ends, some people may be swept no longer in the playoffs, or you may see some tied up series. So y'all stay tuned. We will pick up on this sports wrap come next week. You feel? Yes, sir. On time. I got 1 minute, man. 1 minute, baby. I'm on time with this thing. We got a minute, man, for y'all to get your mind right, get yourself together, get your thoughts together, because we're about to go in and jump in onto this topic, man. You feel me? And tonight, man, we got some stuff we need to talk about, man. We got some teams to talk about tonight. Tonight, yes, we are talking about the future of artificial intelligence. I want y'all to talk about the pros and the cons. Is it needed? Is it not needed? Is it a tool? Is it a weapon? Is it a resource? Is it a burden? What's your thoughts on the pros and the cons of artificial intelligence? That's what we're talking about tonight. So I'm gonna give a second, let a couple people join in. Don't nobody join in. I'm gonna get into this thing my damn self because this got to be talked about. Because what I would hate to happen is for folks to hear about artificial intelligence, read about it, see it on their Instagram, social media, Facebook, hear it on the news, hear your kids talking about it because they gonna come to you with it faster than anybody else. And you constantly hear about this new technology, this new platform of intelligence, this new way of living, and you absolutely ignore it, or you know that it exists but refuse to educate yourself on it. And then when it's here, it's like, oh, like a lot of people when the internet came and when computers really rolled out, he was like, no, I'm used to doing this, I don't mess with that, I don't. And boom, computers is the way of life. You have to be on a computer. Everything is digitized, and if you don't grow with it, you're going to get ran over. I know a lot of people that's just a couple years older than me that do not know how to operate a computer. Not saying that something's wrong with that. They still can do the things they do, but they are at a disadvantage in life by just shunning away the technology. You don't necessarily have to deal with it. You don't even have to use it, but at least be educated on it. So that's what we on tonight, man. I need y'all to tell me what it is. Hold on just a second. My bad, y'all. Y'all know that we live in this thing. You already know. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. What are some of the pros and some of the cons of artificial intelligence? Well, I'm gonna start off with one of each. You feel me? And I'm gonna speak a lot about this just through common sense because I have been keeping up on the information that's been coming out when it comes to this AI. Because it affects me first and foremost in my job. I work, you feel me, in education. So that's one of the main places where it's being rolled out and you see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to be able to adapt to it and understand it just to be able to continue to do our job. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I've been doing research. Tonight's resources come from uh, honestprosandcons.org, honestprosandcons.org, cstack.com, that's SCESTACK, and dataeconomy.com. Dataeconomy.com, DATA economy, CONOMY.com, cstack.org, and honestprosandcons.com. Honestprosandcons.com. All right, so check this out. One thing for sure, and the article that I read on honestprosandcons.com is one thing that AI is for sure 100% going to do that will be a pro that will benefit mankind is that when artificial intelligence is programmed or put in place into a software or whatever to spit out a result or produce something, the one thing that you for sure can count on and that can be looked at as a pro is that there's going to be less mistakes made. So like, for instance, if you are making cars and there's a certain part that has to be put together a certain way and it goes through the assembly line and there's 40 humans that have to do their specific little portion to make sure that this part gets put together the proper way. You got 40 humans who are humans that can make the simplest of error that will skew the level of that production just a little bit to push it that much further away from being perfect. You got 40 different humans. Somebody could sneeze, blow their nose, some getting their eye, anything can happen. Right? Person say, I'm not doing this no more, quick. It's 40 different human beings with human emotions. They get hot, they getting sweaty, they tired. That you are hoping that the end result is as close to perfect as possible, relying upon those 40 humans. And I just explained how an array of things can possibly happen to keep pushing you further and further away from that goal. That's why it's called human error. We ain't perfect. We're designed and built to make errors. Learn from them, but we make mistakes. With AI technology, when you program this machine, this device, this equipment, or this software to have a specific, absolute end result, level of production, the chances of a mistake happening, the chances of that not being as close to what you programmed it to do, not happening, is very minimal. Extremely minimal. Just thinking about it and talking about it right now, this shit is so crazy because it can be so good and so useful. And everything I'm seeing, I'm just thinking on the flip side, but it can also be weaponized so bad. But going back to it, that's one of the things for sure that's a pro with incorporating artificial intelligence. When artificial intelligence is implemented, you're gonna have way less fucking mistakes. Way less mistakes than you would with a human. Whatever it is you're doing, if it's product level, performance based, or results driven, you will have way less mistakes when you're using AI than you would be if you was completely using human beings. How y'all feel about that, man? I need somebody to tap in and let me know. Do you agree? Do you disagree that there will be less mistakes, more accuracy with artificial intelligence, and how that can be a benefit to us? Think about surgeries. Gotta get it right. Precision, timing. It gotta be right, or this person might not make it. It gotta be right, or this may not happen. When you got them absolute results that have to hit every time on time, artificial intelligence can increase your possibility of that happening. And that definitely can be a pro. That's beneficial, man. Now, on the flip side to that shit, though, what's a con? A con for sure is the first con of it is implementing any type of artificial intelligence system technology like that is going to run you, aka it's going to cost. It's going to be very expensive. AI is not inexpensive. It ain't IE. It's AI. That shit cost. What you paying for? You paying for it to be precise. You paying for it to be on the money. But it's gonna hit your pockets. So that's a con. That's something people in business, everything in life is gonna have to think about. Because as they move forward with this AI and they move forward with introducing AI to the world, AI is not going to, in my opinion, AI is not going to be very beneficial for the poor, right? Because you think about, as AI gets introduced more and more things are going to be required to have AI compatibility. Like, for example, uh, the computer systems or technology, the electronics that'll have AI software or features in it. If you want to be able to enjoy that and have access to it, you're going to have to be able to afford it. And the ones that are going to run better, that's going to give you that precise production, that's going to be faster, that's all that, that's operated through AI, that shit's going to cost double, triple. It's going to cost way more. Bank on that. Believe that. It's going to cost more than your typical analog or digital device. The AI updated, upgraded version, that's going to cost you. So that's one of the cons. Like, yeah, this AI is hitting, and it can be real precise. It can be real, you know, accurate, but who gonna be able to afford it? And then if it's a situation, if it gets to a point to where the makers, the designers of AI are making it to where it's not really affordable, then it's going to become a a class type thing. It's like, okay, these people aren't privy to as many AI resources as these people. And if it comes to being efficient, being right, having more, getting it done faster, people already have a difference in living based off of class and economics. Now you add AI to that. If the poor don't have as much access to AI as the wealthy, then you can see where that is going to continue that gap. I'm telling you, man, everybody, there's gonna be so much shit coming. Like, oh my goodness, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can go from here to there, and all that. But can you afford it? Squeak told you first. Another one that kind of go into, less mistakes, improved efficiency. So I'll combine them two together. What AI would do in one article said is also allows for you to, as a human being, to sit back and take bigger risks. And that goes back to, because you banking on this software being as, not even just software. I say software because that's the way that they go implement it the most, through our phones, through the TV, smartphone, all that, right? That's gonna be the main thing, is through software. But they got so many different levels to this shit. But most of it still, you know, is going to be driven by some type of software, right? Um, but because you are expecting for this intelligence to step up and be intellectual, to do what it's supposed to do at a high level, maybe even higher than you possibly can, you're going to rely on it more. So if you feel like, man, I got this partner that every time I need them, they there, they always with the pull up, they never ask no questions, always there for me, always solid. If something happens and you need to call that person, 9 times out of 10, you're like, I know that person is going to, you know what I mean, be there. So if you need that person to be there in the situation, you ain't tripping, because you like, man, they solid. I know he gonna be there. It's the same thing with this technology. when you got this artificial intelligence doing this job for you at such a high level, so proficient and so efficient, it don't take a lot to get it done, and it gets the shit done right, on time, all the time. You're going to become more risky. Like, oh, fuck it, I know the AI, well, I could do this, I could go do that. I could slack off a little bit. I could go on vacation. I could program my AI to woo woo while I'm gone. You feel me? Y'all following me? I don't care who out there. Somebody, one person see and fucking hear this video, they gonna understand and know that we chop game tonight. You know what I'm talking about? Because this AI is here. I'm stop saying it's coming. It's here. It's been here. It's been here. But it's here. Like how the internet was here in the mid 90s. It had been here, but it was here. And a lot of people was like, what's happening? No, it's here. So somebody out there gonna understand, recognize, peep game, and be like, yeah, I need to bite down on that because it's right in our face. Another pro. Okay, so like I said, it allowed for bigger risks to be taken, but on the flip side, I kind of got into that. A con of it is overall what AI, never forget what they named this tool, these resources, this new form of coexistence. The shit is called artificial intelligence, right? Another con is that big picture, long run, especially for our kids, unfortunately, what's going to end up happening is AI will dumb down the creativity of the human being. Now, when I say that, for my tech heads, for my creators, for my uh, people who are very technology intertwined and tech savvy and live in that world, don't take it the wrong way. What I'm saying is, overall, big picture, yes, you as a creative may be able to do even more than you were able to do yesterday with this new form of technology. But you getting from point A to point B and then to point C is being removed. You have to use your mind and figure out now this technology that is allowing for you to be able to do something that you had no idea how to do or weren't able to do. And now with the click of a button, you're able to do it. What that does is it removes the human from trying to figure out how to get from point A to point B. When you have devices and a tool that allows you to get from point A to point G, and then one more that'll let you get from fucking H to Z. You see what I'm saying? You're going to be able to get things done that you was never able to get done in a amount of time that you would have never imagined being able to get it done, which is cool. But as humans, what happens to us figuring out how to get there on our own? So AI is going to be a helpful tool and let us get things done that we ain't never been able to do and to get it done quicker. But it's going to stop us from figuring out how to get it done our damn self. And what I said to our kids, to the youth, where that's most dangerous is because we've all seen the shift in where technology, social media has replaced the impact of the human interaction, being able to go to another person and figure something out, being able to go to another person and build, being able to go to another within your community and get resources. All of that's being removed through technology and social media. And our kids are being affected by it because they don't even really utilize libraries, um, you know, physical calculators. Uh, the typewriter is useless. I mean, there's just so many things that we done and had to get done and figure out to be successful that made us who we were, that gives us the ability to get things done if all of this technology is taken from us. We still have the ability to function and get certain things that are essential done with or without it. But the youth being brought up in a society where those things are being removed and replaced by social media and things like artificial intelligence is going to dumb down their ability to create overall. That's the scary part for me with the shit. Like, yeah, we can use it to, you know, I can hop on a tube and be from here to LA in an hour and a half, from Texas to California in 4 hours. Yeah, that's cool. But what happens to the college student that is trying to learn science and was learning technology on how to be an engineer and build that technology themselves without artificially programming a system to do it for you? Now, I'm not saying that that don't take a skill as well, but God didn't create us to be programmed. He created us to reproduce and be creative. So that's one of the cons that I think the AI is going to, you know, have. Now, what's another pro? One of the pros, drop the Leezy, I got you. What's up, Cosmo? Let's link to you real quick. Bam, it's in there. Cosmo in the building. I just dropped a link for you, Cosmo. Robert jumped in and said, "Look how Google have changed how we research. You just ask the question." Absolutely. And and man, I'm glad you said that because think about it now. Think about how the youth, especially I say, of even grown people, but especially the youth, you try to tell them something. Nowadays, you'll try to tell a youngster something and explain something to them. And before they take your word for it, or before they uh, would give you the benefit of the doubt for your knowledge or being an elder, they will cross reference you. They'll fact check you with Google. You can try to be showing a kid something and show them the homework, and before they go believe you on what you told them, they go to Google first and confirm what you saying match up with Google, and it will tell you if what you telling them don't match up with Google. You wrong. I Googled it. Perfect example. Perfect example of what I'm talking about. So I dropped that link. The link is in the comments, y'all. If you want to join in, if you want to tap in, if you want to, come and chime in, if you want your voice heard, I would love it. You know what I'm saying? Come and spice this thing up, man, because this is one of them ones. Like, I'm sure we gonna be addressing this and talking about this with time to come. A lot of people is just like sleeping on it. Um, and a lot of people right now is only looking at the cons. But you know me, I want to dig a little deeper and scratch below the surface and tap in on the cons as well. But yeah, that's a good point, Ron. Uh, yeah, everybody nowadays, man. I even find myself sometimes, man. Shit, Google it, But like I said, at least I know that if I can't Google it, I can old school go to a library and research it. I have that understanding. I know how to do that. I know that there's other resources out there besides Google, you know. But our youth, especially the younger and younger, the generations that come behind us, they're not going to have access to those tools because it's depleting. They're getting rid of libraries across the United States more and more. You know, the way that kids are being taught, what kids are being taught, is changing. So I can only imagine once they get this AI completely rolled out and it's inside the schools. Cosmo, what it is, we finna bring Cosmo into the convo. Hey, what's up, Cosmo? Cosmo, can you hear us? I think you gotta unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, sis. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. My bad.
Okay, here you go. Hey, what's up? What it says?
What's the? I'm just now catching it. What? First of all, how are you? I haven't been here in a minute.
I know. I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing good. Doing real well.
Where's
Uh,
sis at?
Sis is out tonight. She's not feeling too good. She under the
Oh,
weather tonight. Yeah, it got real windy and cold out here on Saturday and Sunday night. And
hmm
we was doing our thing. She was performing, and that wind kicked in real bad Saturday night, and she ended up getting under the weather. So she's just fighting a little cold right now, but she'll be back to it.
Okay. Hope she feeling better. Hope she feels better.
I'll definitely let her know, for sure will, for sure will. But yeah, the topic tonight, what we talking about tonight, I'm talking about the pros and the cons of AI, artificial intelligence. So what the pros
Well,
and cons are. What's your thoughts?
I think I have a lot of pros. I think first of all, my opinion is not the same as everybody else on a lot of topics. I have my own thought process, my own mind on a lot of
As you
things.
should. Yeah.
Um, I think it's a good thing. It has its pros and cons, but um, I'm actually
What are
interested in
some of the
seeing
pros to you?
where it goes and everything. The only thing I'm concerned about a little bit is it.
Hello? Cosmo, can you hear us? Can't hear you, sis.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Yeah, your thing had buffered a little bit.
Oh, okay.
It was on your end. You want me to leave and come back in?
No, you good. You good right now. We'll
Okay,
just
so
keep moving.
yeah, I think that they've been preparing us for this for a long time. So I'm not surprised or shocked by it or anything. I don't think it's anything that we should I guess fear, so to speak.
Mhm.
But I do think that if okay, so basically Elon Musk did a lecture on artificial intelligence, and in it he said that it's a possibility that AI can take over humanity.
Right.
That is the part that I think people should be concerned about. Other than that, I mean, this has been around. AI has been around before we even knew what it was.
Hmm.
They've been using deep fakes. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you think you know what? I'm gonna leave and come back. You keep buffering. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Go out and come back in. Little blood. What's up with it? Peace and love, man. Peace, big dog. Hope all is well with you. Huh. Rob Rome say, see what people don't realize is these science fiction movies is the things they be working on behind the scene. Oh, for sure. You ain't lying. Yes, sir. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. But like Sis said, like Cosmo said, yeah, that that technology has been here. Like they have been, for example, through movies, they have been letting us know. You know what I'm saying? Uh Cosmo joining back in.
Yeah, what I think what we should be concerned about is the and I don't think that humans created this artificial intelligence. I think that it was some other being, maybe extraterrestrials or something that the powers that be work with.
Man, look, it's crazy you say that because right before I brought you back in, I was just about to say because if you see in the comments, Robert Rome said what people don't realize is that these science fiction movies, my bad, it shows what they really been doing behind the scenes. And right before you come on, I was just agreeing with him, like, yeah, that's true. And I was agreeing with your comment when you said they've been letting us know this. And the first thing that came to my mind, I was just about to mention was they showed us back in the 80s. Even I could go to movies before that, but like the first real big one was E.T. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The movie E.T., that was straight artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
He was dealing with. You
Mhm,
know what I'm saying? And
mhm.
that was like that was like to me like the introduction to America's pop culture and that generation and the generation to come of this AI. You know what I'm saying? And man, I agree with you on, you know, it definitely is going to be beneficial. I agree. I don't know. You said I think you think it's more pros than cons. I think it. I think it's going to be 50-50, depending upon how it gets rolled out. And
Mhm.
if it's one of the things like if it because I don't me personally I don't see AI being just rolled out and being accessible on all levels to everybody evenly like the internet. You know what I'm saying? I think that AI is going to be more of a luxury, because like I was talking about before you join the chat, that shit costs. AI is not inexpensive in any shape, form, or fashion at all.
But artificial intelligence is not new. It
No,
has been around.
yeah, no. I'm talking about the way that
What way?
society.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
So, for an example, your artificial intelligence, like for example, they got um, a wristband that's on tap, right? And this is supposed to replace all smart devices. You won't need a smartphone, smart TV, anything anymore. It's going to basically be on your wrist. And you're going to have a card that you're going to scan that's going to bring up all the data from all of your devices, everything you have
Wait,
on
what do
your
you
wrist.
mean? Just what do you mean? Like instead of a phone, it'll be all in a bracelet?
Yes.
Do you know how
Like,
to share videos on StreamYard? Because I'm not understanding. I need a visual here. You mean like a
uh,
smartwatch? Like that?
deeper than what way deeper than a smartwatch. This is going to come up. You'll be able to hold it under a card that has a light on it. And with that light, it's going to show you the battery level of your smart wrist, every component that you have on it, and you'll be able to have access to all of that by tapping on your wrist. You'll be able to shut on, turn off devices that you aren't near or around. You'll be able to start up cars all from your wrist.
Mm, okay. Sounds
Technology
convenient.
is not going to be cheap.
Okay.
Everybody's going
I mean,
to have access.
it's not going to start off cheap, but it will get cheap eventually. Just like remember when the smartphones were really expensive, now they're really affordable. Remember the
Right.
flat screen TVs were. I remember when I felt like I was the last person, and I'm a career professional. I'm an educated woman. I have a career, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do decent
Mm-hmm.
in life. Okay. So I
Right.
remember years ago when everybody was getting these flat screen TVs and I was so cheap. I was like, oh, I don't need that. And I eventually got one, but I remember how expensive they were. Now you can get a flat screen TV for literally under $100 from Best Buy.
Right.
So, and it's smart.
But you still with the technology have bigger, faster, smarter, right? You still got TVs that are 65 inches that because of what it does, because it has better technology, is going to cost you still thousands of dollars,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And that's the same
Okay.
thing with this AI. Yeah,
That's a point.
starting off is going to be where like shit, can't nobody afford it. And that's what I fear is because then that's going to further the gap of classism.
Mm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about it, the purpose and the whole thing of AI, just like that wrist thing, is to be able to get shit done at a higher level, more efficient, in a more timely manner, and reduce the chances of inaccuracy.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What do you fear
I didn't say
about
I
AI?
I didn't say that I did.
So you don't fear that they're going to take over humanity like Musk said?
I well, so much shit that goes on and has been happening in this world, and that's gonna happen. Uh, that happened before me, and that's gonna happen after me. I'm not fearful of a human and the technology that they then came up with to change this world. No, I don't fear that shit.
I know that's right. It is what it is.
Hell no. I mean, my shit. The higher power that I'm tapped into. No. But I
That's right.
understand what you're saying. Be fearful, no. Be cautious, be concerned, be cognizant, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. The
Mm-hmm.
worry is that it can be weaponized, that it will be weaponized. Because let's not act like we can't fathom that if you got AI that's going to help you get somewhere quicker, do things faster, uh, 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 all these things that can help you, that some of them same creators ain't built AI devices that are weaponized, that can shoot projectiles farther, that can get you from here to here. AI missiles, AI bombs, AI guns. Come on, let's not act like that technology isn't being used for that as well. So just as much as yeah, it may be used to be able to help us to grow as mankind, it also can be used to stifle us. And that's not something I'm scared of, but that's definitely something that we should be concerned with when it comes to this technology. I lost you. I lost you. Blue Blood said, yes, sir. Huh. Blue Blood said, man, it's definitely going to take over. Huh. He said the machine outsmarts the controller in the end. Robert Rome said, tell Cosmo it's going to be the movie I, Robot. Where you go, sis? I want you to join back in, or anybody else want to join in? Y'all come on in. But yeah, that's my concern is that just as we'll be able to be efficient, be able to achieve things that we never would have been able. You gonna be able to do stuff that you would have never been able to imagine to get done in such a quick time. It ain't gonna take but to get things done, and that is gonna benefit us. And so what I'm saying is, you have to just like if you watch the live earlier when I first started off, I explained it's going to be similar to like when the internet first hit, when computers really rolled out in the late 80s, in the early 90s, and when the internet really first hit. And a lot of us was like, what the fuck is that? I'm not messing with that. I don't need that. And then eventually it gets to the point to where it's a part of your everyday life. So if you're not using it, you just gonna get left behind. It's gonna be the same thing with AI. You will have no choice. Unless you got enough money to be able to continue to do things at a high level and keep up with the paces of this AI shit, unless you're gonna be able to hire enough humans or the right humans to get things done that's gonna be efficient at this level, the regular average day person is going to have to deal with it. It's amongst us. We got to deal with it. So just like the internet, it would be who of you to understand it, learn about it, and use it to the best of your ability, ride the wave as much as you can. But at the same time, understand and be aware that it's a dangerous side to this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so are these movies that's popping out? Are these the AI is what designed and created us all to begin with, so it's all coming full circle. Lou, I need you to expand on that. I need expansion on that. Cosmo said, Robert, I Am Mother also. The movie I Am Mother. Man, y'all talk to me. I ain't heard about them. I ain't heard about the I Am Mother. What y'all talking about? Or is y'all some other shit? But man, I need expansion on that, Lou. Lou Blood said the AI is what designed and created us all to begin with. So it's all coming full circle. Lou, if you still there, I need that rap. Because I think I understand what you putting down, but I need you to explain it to the people. Sis, if you back in, I don't know if the buffering it, I don't know if it's tripping on my end or not. But if you want to come back in, you're more than welcome. And for dog, that's just coming in, here go the link again if you want to join in. That's the link. You want to come and chat. You want to be seen, want to be heard. You want to come chime in. Ah! He ain't ready. All right. Lou Blood said because the Anukai had AI. Man, that's a boy. That's a whole nother episode, man. Wait. You know, I'm feeling you. You feel me on perm, straight up. In layman's term, explain what you mean. Or should the people go and Google what the Anukai is? Oh yeah, it's about to heat up. I just dropped the link in here if y'all want to join in. But yeah, I think also a good thing. I mean, you think about it from society perspective, from a business perspective for sure. A pro about AI is that it's going to allow for less human labor to be needed in order to run and sustain not only an individual business or businesses, but the country. When you have the intelligence that can come along and get things that humans do done quicker, more proficiently, that causes for less humans to be needed, unfortunately. But it could be a good side to that as well, because with AI, you could possibly change the retirement age. You may not have to have the 75-year-old, 71-year-old lady greeting people at Walmart no more. They may have some type of AI that's able to do it. Right? Now, the flip side of that is, well, if somebody else is doing it, what does that 72-year-old that still needs to work to make ends meet have to do now? So that's like a perfect example of how it's pros yet cons. It's going to be pros and cons to this. And we don't necessarily got to fear it, but it's something that we're going to have to deal with it and that we're going to have to reckon. So Lou Blood said, basically, we are hardwired to be genius. If we open our third eye, we just have to tap into our inner being and higher frequency. And we will unlock the knowledge. Man, that's on point, my brother. You sure ain't lying. That's on point, Luke. And he ain't lying. Once again, he said, we are hardwired. The way we built, we're hardwired to be genius. And if we open our third eye, all we have to do is just tap into our inner being to unlock the knowledge. We are all computers using only 10% of our motherboards. I know y'all seen that in the movie before. Only using 10% of my capability of the brain. If I take this pill, if I do this, if whatever the plot is, then I'm able to open up. Spitting. Lou says even Hitler went to Africa to get intelligence from aliens. Cosmo, where you at? Which was artificial intelligence. It gave him the knowledge and understanding of his true powers. Didn't we say that with ET phone home? They been like, y'all know what's up. Y'all on Perners. Y'all know what's up. This shit been here. But now it's being bottled up and packaged. And Cosmo, I won't call it a fear, but that's my concern. My concern is I know that artificial intelligence being here. I know how it stems. I know that they've been rolling it out and trying to adapt this to it. I know that it's something that we've been dealing with on different levels over the decades. But what I'm concerned about right now is now, 2023, the certain surge, the push, the rave, the wave of artificial intelligence being rolled out. My concern is how. How it gets rolled out is my main concern. Because, like I said, if it's like the internet and everybody has access to it, don't cost these people this, and if you pay this, you get that. Everybody got access to it. And what you do with it is what you do with it. Then I'm fine with that. But if it's not rolled out like that and it's where it either is weaponized or is used to further the gap where the best of the AI is going to cost more, which I don't see it being no other way, so that life becomes easier, faster, quicker, more efficient, more proficient for those that can afford it versus those that can't afford it. Life becomes slower, harder, tougher, less efficient. You got to use more human equity to get things done. That's my concern. Going on to another con. One of the main problems is as this shit rolls all the way out in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, can you imagine how codependent we go become on this AI shit? You used to being able to get everything you need done at the touch of a finger in a matter of hours. Everything you need to get done. Your average day, you can get it done instead of 10, 12 hours, you get it done in 3 and 4 now. Imagine how much we go depend on that shit. It's going to make our lives so much better, so much easier. If something is making your life that much better, and it seems like it always is dependable, it's reliable, whenever you need your AI, it's there. You know how the fuck much we gonna become dependent upon some shit like that? Okay, Squeak, why is that a con? Why is it a con for human beings to become ultra dependent upon artificial intelligence? I'm gonna let y'all think about that for a hot second. Why would it be a con for humans to become ultra dependent, codependent upon artificial intelligence. And don't forget, it's artificial intelligence. Lou said, man, it's being rolled out more heavily now because the government has been ignoring multiple warnings from the aliens about destroying the planet. So now the government is trying to catch up silently. Too late. See, they 10 steps behind and they picking up on the traces of AI. And it's blowing them away. So now they gonna take it and monetize it. The artificial intelligence itself is 10 steps ahead of what we are trying to create and roll out. But yet and still, what we're seeing that's being rolled out right now, I must have to agree that this shit was in play 15, 10, 20 years ago. Anything that we're seeing right now, they was already working on it 10, 15, 20 plus years ago. So I will give that the benefit of the doubt. 10, 15 years later, they are probably further beyond, but the artificial intelligence that they're trying to catch up to, like you saying, that shit is leap year so far ahead. So the information that's being hidden and now being monetized is what I'm concerned. Are they going to, knowing that there's no catching up in this race? So my concern is that they're like, well, we know we ain't gonna catch up with the race. Well, shit, we might as well benefit while we running in it because we can truly lose it all at any time. So we might as well make everybody codependent on our version of it and benefit from it. Hmm. Rob Rome said they have been trying to tell us about artificial intelligence since the cartoon The Jetsons, but we as humans just looked at it as a cartoon. Absolutely. How if you think about the Jetsons intro, you remember the intro when it came on? If you go and Google the Jetsons and just think about 4 or 5 things that stick out to you that they showed in the intro and ask yourself if we don't already have that technology, being have that technology, or that technology is right around the corner right now. And that was 30 some years ago, 40 years ago that they created that. So that, like I said, that's proof the technology, the AI that we're gonna see that's gonna blow our minds in the next few months and years to come. They was working on that shit 20 plus years ago. So just imagine what it's going to be like 20 years from now. Imagine the human that's having a child 20 years from now, 15 years from now, that has a 5-year old in the next 20 years. Imagine how parenting is going to be to that 5-year old. Imagine how the world and society is going to be, how humans are going to be to that 5-year old. These are the things that I'm concerned on. That's And then, okay, we become so codependent. It becomes so much part of our world. It becomes so much a part of everyday life. Bigger, smarter, faster, stronger. What happens if they yank it? Just like right now, what would happen if there was no more Google or YouTube? Like right now, tomorrow, you go on your phone right now and try to go Google something, look at something on YouTube, and it was no more. Do you know a lot of humans wouldn't know how to spell some of the most basic shit? A motherfucker wouldn't know how to jump in their car and go southbound. Motherfucker would have big problems reading a map, a physical map. If you just remove them two platforms, Google and YouTube, motherfucker wouldn't know how to fix the most basic shit. So imagine 50 years from now, we knee deep, asshole deep in this AI shit. And what if they just took it away? Where would the human be? Or, so that's my concerns. I am concerned. Lou said, man, you know China done created an artificial sun. Nah, I'm going to Google it. Artificial fucking. Oh, you. What? Well, you got one country trying to build a sun and another country trying to kill off the sun, all through artificial intelligence. Billy Gates. All right, I wrote that down. I'm gonna be looking into that for sure. Man, we got 1 minute left, man. This shit is real though, y'all. It ain't going nowhere. I'll guarantee you we'll be doubling back. We will be talking about this shit in some shape, form, or fashion. Uh, I'm not scared of it. I look forward to it. As I'm getting older, I look forward to things that's gonna make life more efficient, uh, allow for us to get things done. Now, my thing is, I look at it like anything else, like the YouTube and the Google. They're tools put in place to help you, but it's what you put into it. If you trying to find some shit out, you doing hella research, Google can be a beautiful asset. If you trying to figure some shit out, you trying to learn some shit, YouTube can be awesome. You wouldn't believe the shit I've been able to get done through watching YouTube videos by going on Google. But you gotta want to put the work in. You still gotta want to know. You still gonna have to Google, find out the resources, find the book, find the magazine, find the website, cross-reference, do more research. But it's one of those things that if you put it in, you can get some good shit out. I look at AI the same way. I look forward to the shit that's going to be rolled out that we can be able to do. But if you just sitting there, you're not trying to get a part of it, you're not trying to at least understand what's being rolled out your way, know how it works, then it's just gonna be consuming y'all. You gonna be like, oh, all this AI shit. Why everybody else is zooming, zoom right past you. So on that level, people, we got to deal with it. It's here, especially for us that ain't multi-millionaires, billionaires. We're gonna have to deal with it. So it would behoove you to understand it, educate yourself on it, and use it to the best of your ability. But at the same time, understand that it can also have a flip side to it. It has a lot of cons to it, and be concerned if this can also harm you or not. Just like anything else that's being rolled out and introduced to you. Just like social media. When social media first came out, we had no idea that it could be used for the negative shit that it's being used for right now. It was, oh, the new tool. I can be in touch with everybody. I can be in contact with people all across the world. I could be seen. I could be heard. It was a beautiful thing. We didn't know that it could later be used for sex trafficking, later used for terrorism, later used to promote violence, later used to dumb people down, later be basically put in place to replace parenting. We didn't know that shit when it first came out, but it's things that we got to be concerned about right now. And that's all I'm saying about this AI is embrace it, understand it, acknowledge it, be knowledgeable on it, but also at the same time be cognizant of it, concerned about the things that can possibly go wrong with it, and shit, enjoy it, ride the wave, use it to the best of your ability. You feel me? Man, it was a beautiful episode, man. I'm glad y'all slid through. Glad y'all came through and chimed in. Cosmo, appreciate you, sis. Always, all the time. It's always a blessing when you come through and bless us with your presence. Before we get up out of here, got a couple more comments. Lou Blood said, my bad, it's an artificial moon they created. Not sun, moon. I'm going to be looking into that. He said they actually got both, an artificial sun and a moon. Okay. Now, what's the purpose of that? That could be beneficial, and that can also be very, very damaging. Feel me? So that's just examples of that AI thing, man. Pros and cons is here. We got to bite down, deal with it, embrace it. You feel me? Face it, but don't chase it. I'm about this G thing, man. I love y'all. It's your boy Squiggly the Entertainer, one half of On Current Media. Your girl Angel Lyric will be back next week, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all be right. Be good to each other. Love each other, man. I love y'all. I'm about this G thing, man. It's your boy DJ Squeak, aka Squiggly the Entertainer, man. I'm out. Till the next time, man. Yeah.